All right. Good morning. Actually, I don't even know what to call it right now because it's 3:56 on the West Coast. It's like evening into morning. I don't know what we call this. Welcome to Baku here on the shores of the Caspian Sea as we are in our second street circuit. Third street circuit of the year if you
Fourth,
count Miami.
technically,
Fourth?
I think.
Fourth.
Yeah.
All right. Uh
Jeddah, Miami,
that's right, Jeddah. Yeah.
this. Yeah.
All right. This one, a race we did not do last year to our detriment because it was one of the most exciting races of them all, perhaps besides the last one. So we're here at this ungodly hour of the morning, uh, which apparently is an evening race in Baku. A warm day, however, as the drivers have their ice jackets out. And we have a interesting front row here with Perez actually ahead of Max Verstappen. Charles Leclerc is the pole sitter. However, a front row start guarantees only a 50-50 chance of even making the podium here in Baku. The what we have five different race winners in the last 5 years. So, and just a fascinating sort of anything can happen in this race, Fran. This is going to be a fascinating one.
Yeah, this is going to be one of the more interesting races. We always have a lot of sparks, everything flying. It was qualifying was actually extremely interesting. Nobody decided to give anybody a toe, which was different from last year when last year they were actually giving each other toes between the Mercedes and the Red Bull teams while they were going for pole. Sorry, yawn. Of course, it's early. But other than that, it should be very interesting. And to be honest with you, this is what the Leclerc's fifth or sixth pole at this point, and he's
Yeah,
actually not
fifth.
converted almost any of them. So it's almost as if Ferrari has got this interesting problem where the car is extremely fast and very good for qualifying, but then once it gets to the actual race, the race pace isn't as good. There's more tire drag, and then the Red Bull, if the engine doesn't break, manages to at least it manages to
Take
at
over.
least catch up with them. Yes, exactly. And in this case here, the on the straightaway, Red Bull is up like five kilometers per hour or something like that down the straightaway only. So if you really look at the whole race, Red Bull's not in the worst spot in the world because if they can stay within DRS range, I mean, they're going to catch the Ferrari down the straight. They're going to lose it on the corners, but down the straight they should be fine.
Yeah, it's about 9 kilometers per hour, which gets you to around 5 or 6 miles per hour if you're going to do the conversion between the metric and the English unit. Sergio Perez starting second here after his just mega win in Monaco. He is like he's got just
Yeah.
driving with so
So
much confidence.
So it was pretty interesting. At the beginning of the season, we were basically saying like where, or I was saying this, and I was saying like, where is Checo? I mean, he needs to improve and show up that he's actually deserving of the number two Red Bull spot. And I would have to say he's definitely very much shown that.
He has delivered. Plus, he now has a contract extension after, which I guess was technically signed before the Monaco race, but not
Yep.
announced until after the Monaco race. And also, interestingly enough, the interview with George Russell there, who is in fifth right before the race, basically Mercedes throwing in the towel ahead of the race, basically saying, fifth is about as good as they think they can get, and Ferrari, and Red Bull just in a league of their own at the moment. However, Pierre Gasly up in sixth this afternoon. He finished third on the podium last year. He'll be one to watch. As I know you've mentioned before this season that he seems to have been struggling, really trying to find the pace.
Yeah, I don't really understand what's going on in the general with the AlphaTauri cars or themselves as the drivers. I don't know if the car it seems as if the car itself just doesn't really allow Yuki and Gasly really to do much, it seems, because Helmut Marko came out and said they're actually both doing very well. So it must be a car problem. It must be something that they have to figure out internally. But the Checo kind of taking that spot is very interesting and signing for longer because if you're Gasly, he's just kind of sitting at AlphaTauri and he's like, well, where do I go for the next couple of years, right? So it'll be kind of interesting. Here's Perez radio. Okay, he's just saying elbows out. Of course, obviously, turn one. I hope
Yeah,
that's the case.
yeah,
But here, this will be interesting. We haven't heard any issues with I mean, this track always has issues with tires, but we haven't really heard anything with tire blowouts like we did last season. So this should be interesting. It is extremely hot, so I wonder what's going to. Something just came off the Red Bull,
A
right?
dry ice, dry ice.
Oh, it's the dry ice
It
came out
looks
of the
like,
car.
yes, it
Okay,
looks
so
like
I
dry
was
ice.
right.
And yeah, look at that stat. In the 6 races, there has never been a repeat winner. Baku, a very interesting location actually for an F1. I know you were kind of asking, like, what's the deal with Azerbaijan? Like, it seems like such a random country. I've looked up a couple interesting facts actually.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So apparently in 1918, which is the end of World War One, effectively, right? Um, Azerbaijan became the first Muslim nation to grant women universal suffrage. And
Oh,
it was declared a democratic and secular republic. So it is a majority Muslim nation, but it is extremely progressive, actually, as well,
interesting.
from both a sort of cultural and political angle there, especially in its treatment of women, which is fantastic. So, considered one of the most gender equal nations within the Muslim world, interestingly
That's
enough.
actually very. That's fascinating. It's pretty cool.
Yep. And apparently also one of the first Muslim nations to open a theater, which
I guess. Yeah, I
it is.
guess art and expression of
Yeah.
yeah
Uh,
is rare. I guess so. That makes
so there you
sense.
go. Exactly.
Um,
We'll be dropping some more throughout the stream. I've got a
So the
decent
other
list.
thing to watch here is the new wings on some of these cars and the new upgrade packages. So if you actually look at I think this is very funny. If you look at the Alpine team and you look at their wing, the sponsor is getting absolutely screwed because the wing is so small that the
Oh, I have
actual
not noticed
sponsor,
this.
yeah, it's very funny. Like they are running like almost no downforce on this track. It's absolutely insane.
Well, the
Their
porpoising has been
wing
really
is
bad.
so small. Yeah, every all of the F1 grid was like, yeah, we figured porpoising out, and then we came to Baku. Now we
Yeah.
don't.
The
Oh, I'll
porpoising
be
is
honest with you.
fierce today.
This is the street circuit, so it's really hard to tell if it's actually full porpoising or like you can look at the road and it looks uneven.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like it doesn't. It also could be a suspect of that. It was really interesting. I was watching IndyCar, and you can tell how they have different independent suspensions in the back because there's some views in the IndyCar where the tires just go up like this and nothing happens, and the entire car
Mm.
body just like stays same because you have the independence. I think they use independent suspensions, but it's just pretty interesting. And the mixed Schumacher, unfortunately, needs to pick up the pace at Haas. Actually, I take that back. Doesn't need to pick up the pace, just needs to not put it into the wall. And here we go. We're going to have lights out here in the land of fire out here in Baku. And it looks like Leclerc and Max Verstappen have actually a pretty good start. Max has actually got an even better start. He's going to be able to get the inside. There's going to be a huge lockup from Checo. I mean, from Charles. And then Checo's going to be right on the tail of Leclerc here. And he's going to try to make a move on the inside into turn 3. And he's not going to be able to do it, but he's going to be right onto the tail of Charles. This is actually really bad for the Ferraris here. Checo's up in front. Max is up in there in third.
Yeah, indeed.
And it looks like actually Max may be in trouble here from Sainz. He's going to take the inside, or no, he should be fine. Max is going to be in third. Checo's going to be up to third here. George is actually thinking about making that move inside there on Carlos, but he's not going to be able to do that. And AlphaTauri is right there and behind. We actually have a pretty interesting start race. And then you also have Alonso. Oh, does not make the move there on Sonoda. So this should be interesting. We also have Latifi under investigation as most usual. That start to the races here. And then most of the McLarens are actually found each other on the track, and they probably won't leave each other for the rest of the track. And here's the really cool section where they go through the castle.
Indeed. And Toka Racer, thank you for joining us this morning. Yes, we are
Yes,
very
we are
early.
early.
Man, early is a relative term in
And
F1,
I have to say
however.
that is probably one of the best starts Red Bull could have asked for, even though Max does end up in down
Well,
in
Max
third. You still
doesn't
have Checo.
change.
Yeah, you have Checo up there in first, which is unbelievable. I mean, and this is the problem here. This is going to be very interesting in the next few laps when DRS does open. Does Charles even have the speed down the straight to pass Perez, and does Verstappen just easily get past Leclerc down the straight?
I need to fix the timings
I mean,
for a
dude,
second.
Perez is like gone. He's 1.3 seconds already behind here. And then, oh, what a move here. You're going to have the Alpha. I think this is the AlphaTauri's there. And then Alonso and the Sonoda are going there. Nice battle. And then that's going to be Albon going up, making the move on Bottas. Really, actually, unfortunate here from Alfa Romeo. I really thought they were actually going to do pretty well on this track. And unfortunately, they have not. And this is going to be, go ahead. And here's going to be the race restart. We're going to see the starts here. You can really see Chera's got a really good, nice launch, but actually Max gets the best launch and then he gets cut off by Checo, but ultimately he had no choice. Max got the best launch, but he obviously has to back out of there because Checo needs to cover and get in front of Charles. So that makes complete sense. That lockup doesn't really help him. But that's a fantastic start there from the Red Bulls and unfortunate for the Ferraris once again. Yeah, Max did get that little, yeah, but there's not enough space there. So that was actually really good. That was fantastic there from Checo. And then here's going to be the restart from Charles's screen. I'm assuming they're still racing, but they're still not showing. Yeah, the inside front's kind of ruined there. He almost misses it there too. He almost misses the entire turn as well. That's going to be pretty tough for Charles to actually deal with that flat spot for the rest of the lap here. And there's a stop and go penalty for Latifi. We still have not seen the actual incident or anything like that, but hopefully we'll get a replay of that shortly here from the FIA folks or from the Formula One folks.
Okay.
And Max is about 1 second back on Leclerc, and I don't think DRS is opened just yet.
All right, we are good. I blanked that out because I didn't want to input my credit card information live on stream. The live timings are now fixed. There we go. Fantastic. All right. So what have we got? Race recap here. Yes, Perez is basically launched at the moment. It does look that way on the map, doesn't it? And what is the interval right now? Wow, 2.4 seconds between Perez and Leclerc.
I'd really love to see the Charles and Max gap here, and then there is an issue with the Williams.
We've got about 1 second between Charles and Max, but as you said, there is no DRS at the moment. As always, if you need the race itself, jump into the Discord. Link is in the description.
Really, 10 seconds for that?
Of the video below. Oh, so Latifi was over the line?
No, they were just like touching the car and pushing it back.
Oh.
But yeah, let's see. I think DRS should be open at this point. It's the third lap, so let's see how close he can actually get. He's still a second too far back here. So I actually don't think he's going to pick up DRS. They're saying that he's going to get it, but I don't think he's going to get DRS.
Oh, Paolo, buongiorno.
Hey, good morning.
Buongiorno. So I have Verstappen within 1 second right now.
And the McLarens are passing each other or attempting to. Here's Ricardo
flipping around.
Ricardo was thinking about it, but does not get the run there on Lando at all. So this should be kind of, I guess this sort of does become a tired leg race as you get into the halfway through the part of the track. And it's also interesting. This is one of the only tracks where you actually start to see like weird debris on the track just because of the winds around the city actually pick up like plastic and things like that and drop it onto the track. It's quite funny. Definitely don't see that anywhere else. Unfortunate there for the Williams, to be quite honest with you.
They gotta go. Their stop and go penalty right there.
Yeah, they just did the 10 seconds, but it wasn't Air Sciences Radio. Red Bull is quick. Okay.
Red Bull is quick.
Yeah. I will say it is kind of not that this equals anything, but I went go-karting yesterday and I can definitely say that the it is really annoying. I can see how annoyed drivers can get when they're in the car. Once the helmet is on, I can see how like these guys totally change. It's a different world. It's very interesting.
Is the guy
I
passing
do
you
have the
along the
timing sheets
inside?
here. I do have the timing sheets here. I'm number one. I got pole.
It's out of
So
focus,
just
buddy.
saying.
Nobody can see it.
Okay, it's fine. I got pole.
Oh, you
Number
finished
one.
with pole there.
And then yeah, so as usual, as we always say on these DRS gaps, he was about zero point 0.8 away, and he still only was able to manage to make up like 0.3 seconds, 0.4 seconds. So I think he's got to be within. I think everybody's got to be almost within 0.5 seconds. I actually don't think he's going to get this in a turn three, but
See, that's an interesting one, right?
yeah,
Because we know that the Red Bull is faster along the straights by about 10 kilometers per hour, and I
he
wonder if that's with or without the DRS. Like the DRS usually gives
it's without
okay.
DRS.
So DRS usually gives you like another 10. So like that's a 20 kilometer an hour difference. That's a lot.
Yeah, it should be. He just needs to be able to get within zero point 0.5 and he should be able to make the pass. I think there he was a little too far. Also had to take into account that Charles can also use his overtake in certain places on the track, right?
It's true.
And
He
then
can defend with it.
you can see he's not recharging the battery now because his lights weren't blinking when you got to see the max view. Um, but so this is the interesting part of this Ferrari Red Bull battle, right? Is that Max has been on Charles's tail this whole time, basically in most of the races, right? In a lot of these races, he's been on his tail, and the Ferrari like sort of like tire degs and like it doesn't hold up. So this is the moment of they finally put in upgrades. They've looked at the data. Let's see what happens, right? Like this is sort of that moment of can you actually hold up and keep the Red Bull behind you? He's going to be DRS and he's going to be 0.8. I think he's going to be too far away, to be quite
Flat
honest with you.
out
Man,
here.
he's going 210.
Yeah. You're flat out in the
215.
last two corners here in turns 15 and 16. And as you go onto the straightaway, and it's a 2 kilometer straightaway here, and you can see that he can't quite catch Charles. So for right now, as you mentioned, Ferrari looking pretty good actually down the straightaway. We have seen a lot of porpoising issues on that straightaway, the teams, but much less so on Ferrari and Red Bull, who just seem to be on a league of their own at the moment. Russell actually, I'm just looking here. Oh, that's intervals that they're giving us right now. So yeah, George Russell about 4 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. Sainz about 3.7, 4 seconds behind Verstappen, and Verstappen and Leclerc kind of hugging each other the entire way through. Who else is interesting? We have Hamilton about zero point
Hamilton's within on
0.6.
or close on Gasly. Here's a
Yep.
K-Mag pass on I think that's Albon.
Yeah, maybe that's one
Because
of the.
Latifi's at the back, so nobody can pass him.
Yep, yep,
Sorry.
yep, yep. And then the two alphas actually have been struggling this weekend. I was gonna.
I was gonna. You were when you were changing the fixing the stream thing. I was saying that I don't really understand that.
Yeah, so this is the first time in several years that Bottas
Bottas
has
doesn't is
missed
bad at this track. Yeah.
the Q3. It's not gotten out of Q1 actually. I think it's the first time since he was. He started at Mercedes and now like 5, 6 years. And yeah, it's just they haven't put it together here. They're on hard tires right now. I guess they're on a totally different strategy at the moment
Yeah,
here.
it's super odd because it's also a car that's had pace at most tracks and it's also running the Ferrari power and look at where Ferraris are right. So like it's kind of that one I don't it doesn't make any sense to me to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, Baku can do its Baku thing and take out half the field. I mean, yeah, we're about
That may
seven
happen.
laps.
Yeah,
We're about
exactly.
seven
So
laps in, and it's
uh,
all uh,
qualifying was genuinely kind of a mess.
it's all
Like,
civil right now, but it may not stay that way.
oh God, he gets so close to that point of the wall. In the go-karts, you actually want to tap the wall because it's plastic and nothing happens. But
You can
here,
bounce.
I don't think you want to tap the wall.
I mean, to your point here, though, we saw in qualifying, you were saying there was one with Charles where we were
It,
like, it's inconclusive if he hit the wall. Like
yeah,
he's
yeah,
so
exactly. Sometimes
close.
you have no idea even if you touch the wall. They get so close to the so close. But hey, if the car's still moving, ultimately
If
that's all
the
that really
car is still
matters, I
moving.
guess.
But you mentioned something earlier. You're like
Mm,
Charles is like this is his fifth or sixth pole and
Here's
he can't
Leclerc.
land the wins, and like into turn one he loses it, right? Like
Yeah, I just don't really understand it, to be quite honest with you. I mean, granted, we know the Monaco disaster was 100% on the uh on the pit crew, right? So
yeah, well Imola was on him, and so yeah, kind of evens out. You would think he'd be struggling a bit more after that lockup with that perhaps a flat
I
spot
did too. I
would
thought
have
that
looked
was
cool.
actually going to be worse on his left front. It just may not have been much of an impact yet.
Maybe not here as these two come around there, turn 16 flat out once again.
Yeah, he's still
Perez
not
is
going to get
just
anywhere close.
would be incredible for follow up for Paris here on two street circuits in 2 weeks, but
So I'm
long
pretty
race.
sure this may get interesting if Perez actually does win, because I think that's Perez taking the points in the lead for the
I
drivers or close.
let me look it up.
I'm pretty sure he's second behind Max because he
He's
finished the
third.
races
He's third by
or
he's
behind
down
Charles.
15 points. He's down 15 points.
Yeah, so if he comes first and Max comes third, that's
It's close. Yeah. Yeah.
here's Ricardo telling McLaren that he's got more pace, which is
I was asking for
yeah, I
a
don't want to be rude to there's a lot of interesting things going on in McLaren. I'd say they've obviously just not had that great start to the season, but they're also saying this like Ricardo McLaren partnership has not really worked out, etc. They've kind of said that in the press. So it
I
is
mean,
quite interesting, but he's not. They're not wrong. He's sort of saying facts. I think we've been saying it for the last year and a half. That's like this, like Ricardo McLaren thing, just doesn't make that much sense so far.
but
Like
like
hasn't really put it together.
what
But I don't know.
how is it any different than like Ricardo Red Bull or like Ricardo Albreno before
I,
he was an Alpine, right?
it's
Right, it's like
not. That's why I'm saying there's kind of a trend.
there's like a trend, right? He like wins one race or like one or two races for the new team or something, right? And like then like this cycle starts all over again.
Yeah, I also think he's in a pretty bad spot into this part of his career, right? He's not going to be the number one driver, right? So he gets into these positions on certain teams, so where the car is just set up for the number one driver is Verstappen radio, or it's just Horner. Wait, that's Lambiase? I thought that was Horner.
I couldn't quite tell.
I guess they sound basically the same.
uh,
Also, for any sponsors out there, there is real estate on the Ferrari wing on the front part right there. So if anybody wants
oh,
to give us a call, let us know.
that's
Here's
true.
yellow
Maybe we should
flag
buy
sector
that.
1. Yeah. Oh, that is not good. That's Carlos Sainz that has
That is
either
in the runoff.
gone off because he messed up the turn or his car is dead.
Did he hit anything?
No, I think he just ran off. He may have locked up.
So that's
There's signs again.
this is the infamous runoff area.
He said something failed.
Uh-oh.
Jesus.
So we have some
I mean,
reliability issues.
this guy's the new Carlos is what the new. I mean, this guy.
Uh-oh.
I mean, granted, he's also messed up as well, but the car has not helped him this season.
No gravel to be found in
What
Azerbaijan.
happened?
I mean, it
Okay.
looks like just
He's
could be an
going.
engine. Here's
He's going into. Whoa. Oh. Oh. Ugh. That sounds awful.
nope. That
Wow.
it sounds like it
Like,
tries to
bro,
shift and then
Yeah.
nothing.
Oh. Charles is pitting.
Yeah, this is it. So another reason Baku gets very interesting is because you do get the safety car perhaps multiple times throughout the race. You have
That was
multiple
an awful
opportunities
pit
to pit.
stop.
That was really long. 2.4. I don't think it's gonna
Wait,
cost him.
are they gonna cover the pit as well, the Red Bulls? Everybody's pitting,
Uh,
but the Red Bulls haven't. Russell, nice pit stop, 2.8. It's nice. Mercedes,
you're gonna have
kind
at
of a
least one more
slow,
lap though,
kind of a
Rahul.
slow one on Lewis there. 3.6 Gasly, tough one for AlphaTauri there. 5 seconds. What's going on? What's happening with everybody at Baku? Jesus, Sonoda 4.8 and Aston Martin 2.8 on Vettel. Really nice job there. Let's see if the Haas team can get K Mag out there. Okay, don't give me the time. That's fine. And there's the times are gone.
Yeah, I wonder if it's
What happened here?
less important.
Left or right? Uh, it's yeah, the jack. He can't pull it out. Ah, that guy kicked the tire and it looked like it really hurt.
Red Bull's not gonna stop.
They're not going to stop.
Interesting. They must think they have another yellow. So interesting.
Oh, Verstappen radio.
Interesting. 40. Max asking how many laps are left? 42, including this one.
Wait,
So
but it's green flag track is clear and look at the gap.
right, exactly, because they didn't stop.
But then he can actually just
So Red Bull just opted to stay out and just go basically.
what they have what Checo and Max have to do here is they basically just have to continue slipstreaming each other to get the faster times and create the gap.
Yeah, because Leclerc is out on an island at the moment.
Yeah.
And so what they're
They
banking
need
on
to
is
race it fast themselves.
they're banking on another safety car
But
and then
10
being
laps
able to
isn't
stop
even
on
that
that.
much,
No, it's not. It's not that much. Which
right?
is why they stayed out. And so they figure because it's Baku, they'll get another safety car, right? Or another yellow, and then they'll stop then, and maybe in another 10 or 15 laps. Or if they don't, they can, to your point, just continue to slipstream each other, open up a 20 plus second gap anyway, and then pit. Because the average time in the pit stop is about 19 seconds, and you have right now 12.7.
That's a nice shot.
That is a good. That is that guy looks like he's
He's
enjoying.
having a great
He's
time.
having a great time. Yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting. I don't.
So
This is yeah, this is going to be interesting just to see where it pans out because I don't really think 9 laps in the medium is really that bad for the. I don't know.
no, it doesn't look too bad right
It
now
doesn't look
at
that
all.
bad of a decision, and the times are
The times are actually extending right
fine.
now. So 13 seconds between Max and Charles at the moment. That's what we want to keep an eye on. Yeah. Now our next Baku fact. Yes.
So this is the awkward question of
Oh.
what happens? Do you with Checo and Max?
You just let them keep going. And right now Checo is in first. So I think you let him. I think you leave him in first for right now, unless somebody really scuffs it. Yeah. Okay, Baku fact number 2. Ready? Ready. That
Yep, I'm
fortress
ready.
wall. Yeah, that fortress wall actually built back in 1138.
Wow. What were they defending against then?
Uh,
The
I'm not really sure.
everything.
Uh, but it was yeah back. But apparently there used to be 2 fortress walls. The second one was destroyed during the Russian invasion, or
Huh.
the Soviet invasion rather.
Oh, is he gonna make the
So,
move here?
but
Is
yeah,
Vettel? No, no.
almost 1,000 years old. I mean, this place is Quite
That's
interesting.
pretty cool.
It is, especially when you sort of juxtapose the ancient architecture with the very modern architecture, which looks fantastic, by the way. Those three towers that you see on some of these, one of these straightaways looks on these towers, what they call the Towers of Flame, which are these three skyscrapers in downtown Baku area, the tallest buildings in Azerbaijan, 189 meters, by the way. Um, very, very cool looking architecture.
This is a cool little battle we have here in the midfield between Ocon, Vettel, and Hamilton. Hamilton fighting himself once again, stuck behind one of his good old veteran friends over there.
Yeah, down in 10th after that pit stop here,
Norris
since
Radio.
the McLarens did not pit, and actually, so McLaren kind of going with the Red Bull strategy here today.
Interesting.
Yeah, so no pit and buys you a little bit of track position. Ocon also hasn't pitted. I'm looking, where is Alonso? Oh, yes, Alonso hasn't pitted either. Finds himself up in 5th at the moment.
Yeah, it was also pretty interesting. Alonso's been, if we remember and we think back to, I think it was Australia, where he crashed in qualifying.
Yeah.
He was actually referencing, so this is why, folks, you take your hands off the steering wheel if you're ever in an accident. This also goes for not in a non-race car. If you're ever in an accident, even in your road car on the 95, wherever you're going, always take your hands off the steering wheel when there's the point of impact. He was talking about that he's actually suffered some like ligament damage, and here's the first pass we're gonna see with DRS here.
Oh,
And
not
he
quite!
locks up, and he's gonna do the super clever.
Whoa, that was not
Yeah,
safe.
yeah. That's was crazy. Almost was gonna smack Vettel.
Oh, he's gonna smack Sonoda.
That was cool. That was
Wow.
that was a close one.
He was trying to
I
go
think
in on
he sent
Ocon.
it a little too much there. Yeah. Here we're gonna watch it. I think he just locks up.
Super late in on the braking.
Oh, he just broke.
Yeah.
I think he just broke.
Ooh!
He broke way too late. He almost
I love how he
smashed the
swung
back of
that
it.
around, though.
Yeah, that's your anger from like, God, I didn't make this pass, and
Oh, man.
Yuki's just praying to God, just don't hit me.
That was
It
crazy.
was a nice move though. That
It
was
was
close.
a nice move.
I think he was just late on the brakes. He totally was in front of him like for a
Yeah,
while.
like he didn't have to be like
Yeah,
that
he
late on
didn't
the
have
brake,
to.
right?
Yeah, and that's what they were saying. Like he already was a car length in front.
Yeah, he had completed the pass there. Charles there with the fastest lap of 147.5. We were qualifying down in the 141s, so still a bit
I don't think
bit of
Lewis's
pace to
straight
go.
line speed is going to. Look how tiny this wing is. It's so funny.
I was actually just looking more at Hamilton's car not gaining anything really on that straightaway, despite the DRS advantage there.
Let's see if anything happens here. Hamilton's gonna think about it. Is he gonna? I don't think he's gonna get close enough.
He's look at his look at the bouncing there.
Yeah, this is the advantage that Alpine went for with the super straight line speed, which sort of protects you from DRS. If you actually have like a 5 to 10K advantage sometimes down the straights, I mean, it nullifies the DRS, right? And you can run that with the different levels of downforce. And I think this is an Alfa Romeo on Lance Stroll, Zhou and Yu. Nice pass there.
Very
And they've
nice
also
livery.
changed the livery on the Alfa Romeo there.
We
They've
have
added some more green.
Italian flag livery. Yeah, very
And
nice.
here,
Very
this is
nice.
two Red Bulls having fun with each other, and Max has DRS on Perez. And I think he's going to try to pass Perez, and he's going to take the inside, and he does pass Perez.
Oh my gosh, this is
And
shades of
those aren't team orders.
2018.
And then Perez is going to probably think about taking the pass down into this next DRS zone. He's totally going to try to do it here as well if he gets a good runoff. It's
Horner's
0.5
having
a well.
flashbacks
I
right
think he's
now.
going to be a little too far back. I don't think he's going to be able to send it.
Horner is having flashbacks.
Yeah, he's with
To the
Ricardo and
yep,
when Max
yep,
smacked each other here. Yeah.
yeah, very famous incident between the two
But I
Red
mean, I
Bulls.
they didn't put anything on team orders or anything. So I'm assuming they said, "Hey, race, and if you pass him, you pass him."
I it
Obviously,
it
don't
looked
aggressively. It
that's
looked,
what it looked
uh,
like. Yep.
so, I mean, to each their own. And yeah, once again, the Mercedes down the street just he can't get close to him.
I mean that is what Mercedes has been saying all weekend though. To be fair, they just didn't have the speed. You know,
See,
George even
maybe
said
here.
a top
I
five
still
finish would
think
be.
he's gonna go inside. Ocon defending. No, Lewis is right on him. Maybe he can. Maybe he can get him on the next lap here if he can just stay close to him the whole time. This is why we swapped these new cars so you could keep close to each other and not ruin your race.
Kind of looking like Hungary from
Nice
last
job.
year,
They go
right?
through the.
Let's see if Ocon will continue to defend here. So far, so good.
Let's. This is going to be interesting.
Going around the
I think he's.
castle.
I think he's going to pass him here. I still think that's one of the coolest shots and turns in like the
Yeah,
entire F1 calendar.
yeah, it's so narrow, right?
Yeah, it's so. I think it's so cool. And here's the pass again. Where yeah, pretty straightforward. Here's Perez radio. He says no fighting. Never mind. Yeah, but he's kind of cooked, to be honest with you. I don't think he really has a chance. Like,
I
what is he going to
guess.
try to defend there and take the inside and
You know what's
like
interesting though is that
cut him off?
we finally saw that the DRS worked. Because against Leclerc, the DRS wasn't really
It
working,
wasn't really
right?
working. And here's Hamilton on Ocon again. Let's see if the DRS. I don't think the DRS. It, yeah, it doesn't even.
Actually, I have an interesting development as this is going to be an awkward photo of Carlos Sainz.
Yeah, that's
Um,
tough.
so Leclerc, the gap has shrunk here. The gap to
Yeah,
the
it's
lead,
very small.
yeah, he's taken about 3 seconds off of the gap to the leader right now, and he's about 5 seconds behind Perez. So these hard tires actually, he is putting in fastest lap times on these hard tires. So that seems like the right strategy call for right now. And actually, Perez will pit as a result because Red Bull is losing pace on these medium tires right now.
Here's Zhou Guan Yu on his teammate Botas. Wow, nice job, nice move there. Or actually, I don't really think that was a move. He said thank you, so I think he just let him go by.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
I
That
don't
was
think it
easy.
was like an actual pass. But also for a deep debut F1 season, Monaco, he was like, this is terrifying, I think, as a first season. Here's gonna be the Checo pit stop. That's slow.
Oh, bad griefed. 5-7.
That was
Wow, that's
bad.
terrible for Red Bull.
Yeah, Russell may be able to get a move here on Checo here. It's gonna be on the coldest tires you could ever have in the world, and he's gonna have DRS on him down the straight as well. Checo needs to be careful here. And I would say he actually doesn't need to fully defend that much because he'll be able to pass Russell down the straight if
The other
needed. But
way. Yeah.
yeah, but this was a really bad pit stop. What happened?
Let's see. The left side of the car, the right side of the car looks okay. They're getting like waiting for the
What?
release or something. Like, yeah, they're just waiting for the car to be released because the
Huh?
tires looked okay.
The tires looked like they were on, right?
Yeah. Yep. Up the castle,
Up the
and Perez
castle.
looks
Yeah,
okay.
it's such a cool little
Corridor.
corner there.
Yeah. You got to think that Verstappen's going to be next to pit though, because the lap times are still in favor of Leclerc. He's going to come out like 11 seconds behind, which actually the Red Bull strategy not playing out particularly well right now.
This is a K-Mag pass here.
Makes that one stick.
Yep.
If right now one thing to save Verstappen would be a yellow flag.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that can save him right now
Somebody
because
into
you
a
look at
wall right now.
where's Latifi?
Back in, about to be lapped actually.
Well, I mean, Vettel almost gave that to them until he did his perfect
Yeah,
K-turn and
that's
drifted
right.
it out.
That's
So
right.
the two McLarens with Gasly right behind, lurking is
So
Pierre.
they have lurking is Pierre. They have not flipped the McLarens despite Daniel Ricciardo's
Here's
request, I
Lewis
guess.
just once again stuck behind an Alpine. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like this would be so annoying. This is 2 races in a row. He's literally stuck behind this pink car.
Oh my god. I'm just thinking back to Monaco and this shot of the
Yeah.
map with like Alonso, this dot, and like the entire field
Oh,
behind
does
him.
he try now? He's gonna go on the inside. He does. Okay, he does make the pass. There he goes. Nice job.
Oh, he finally exercises the Alpine demons. Let's see if Ocon goes back at him though.
Yeah, I wish we could have seen the pass instead of like the
Doesn't
last
look like
part.
it.
It was Verstappen, Red Bull.
Yeah, there's the
Verstappen
box.
will box.
Yep, and you're gonna give the position to Leclerc.
All right, here's the move. I know he just had a pretty good run. And yeah, there's not much Ocon can really do there, to be quite honest with you. He's just
So now this is
kind of
lap
cooked. Here's a
19.
Verstappen pit.
Not off
Slow again-ish.
3.5. Yeah, not the best. About
3.5.
half a second. So this is lap 19. You got 31 to the finish. You went 19 laps on mediums. You'd have to go 12 more on hards. I think you're like right on the edge. Red Bull trying to make this a one-stop race. However, Ferrari has about 9 extra laps on those hards. Might not make it to the end. I think that's the calculus for Red Bull right now, trying to make it a one-stop race.
Yeah, right. And
It's got to
then
be.
they're trying to say, hey, we're gonna have 9 laps of tires that you don't at the end.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think that's the idea here. Gasly, once again, as I said, lurking, thinking about it. This is the really cool shot of the front wing cam. I'm still interested to see where this camera is.
It's on the. It's on the.
Yeah,
It
but
has to be
I've
on the
never seen
suspension
it.
support.
I've never seen like the actual camera portion.
Yeah,
It must weigh. It must weigh nothing.
it's like a little pinhole camera. It's got to be the size of the ones that are in the visors, in the
Yeah,
helmets rather.
exactly.
Same
Yeah.
same same thing.
Now this isn't. How close is he? 0.97. He's still a little too far. The thing about the McLaren here is that they don't have any straight line speed, but they are actually pretty decent around the corners on this track.
You're right though. Gasly is like in super lurk mode at the moment because he could like split the
He
McLarens.
has he has enough pace to pass them, but he's
Yeah,
just kind of stuck right
if
now.
he gets one, he's gonna get both. I
Both.
think.
Yeah.
He might not be able to do it in one go. He probably won't be able to do it in one go,
No,
but
he needs to get like we've kind of been saying, he needs like 0.6, 0.7 on the straight where it gets initiated, but he's too far back. Like the gap is too.
yeah, he is still too far back. But
Join the conversation on Salesforce. Yeah, I'm gonna log into Salesforce right now and type it around. Sorry. Ricardo was thinking about making the move there on his teammate, which is quite
well, because he's
quite
being
interesting. Here's
hunted
Vettel.
right
It's
now.
Vettel and Sonoda. Yeah, he has no choice. He's got to get out of the way, or he's gonna get past.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I,
Ricardo's about to get swallowed up by Gasly here if he doesn't, get a move on. I'm sort of. I would think that Lando would have more pace on this street track,
I
but
did too. I'm I'm surprised by about me. I mean, we're saying that we think they should be going faster, and he's in fifth.
Yeah, well, this is the cool shot of the flame towers here
There's
going.
Ricardo, radio. Oh, 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 there's the Ferrari.
And the Ferrari is on fire. And here we go, Fran.
There
Mamma
goes.
mia, che
Yeah,
successo!
I
Ma un
mean, Jesus.
disastro! Di nuovo. Oh my god. Il motore, il motore. The reliability issues. The Ferrari engine's running a little too hot.
So didn't we say this, right? Red Bull had their issues, and then eventually
Yeah.
the other cars are going to have their issues and have their DNFs too, right? And this is, I guess, the turn of the tables. But Jesus, this is
This is
my
a
God.
disaster.
Oh, Gasly's going to make the
Gasly's
move
trying to
on the
make
outside.
capitalize
He's
here
thinking about it. No, he's not going to be able to make it. Oh
because they pitted
God.
Norris.
But Ricardo, yeah, but Ricardo's right. I mean, he's like, you guys are leaving me here to get cooked.
Well, that's why they pitted Norris just to basically
That's it. Everybody's
break
having
him
a
up.
everybody's having bad stops.
Yeah, I don't know.
McLaren's one of the best ones. Here's going to go inside. Gasly is going to juke to the inside outside, but there's not enough.
Next go, next go, next go.
Wait, Ferrari picking up penalties with engines?
This is well, Leclerc. This is probably going to be the fourth Ferrari engine, right?
They've already gone through 4?
I mean, Leclerc's engine is blown up at least twice.
Wow. Okay. Toka, Paris could have stayed on and tried to have a tussle with Leclerc, slow him down to help Max. Yeah, so Toka, it's actually pretty interesting about that. Red Bull, I think last year they used to use Checo more as a defense, but I don't think they almost respect him now too much as a driver where they just don't throw him in front of Max, if that makes sense. Like, and to slow down to win it for Max type deal. They've sort of changed the strategy on that, I think. And
So
this is another poll not
didn't they
what
didn't
do
they
you
blow
say?
one up in
Capitalized or
Spain?
triggered on? Yeah, it says there DNF in Spain.
Oh, okay. I'm a little behind.
Well, so now Kevin Horner and everybody at Red Bull is how do we make sure? Oh, Gasly easily makes the pass
There
there
you go.
very
There it
nicely.
is. There it is. There it is. Yeah,
That
Christian.
feels good for him. I can tell you how annoying it is being behind someone that you know is slower than you, but you can't actually pass them. It is the most frustrating thing in the world.
Happens to me on the interstate all the time. Actually.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so they blew one up in Barcelona, and then I think they just changed one in doing their upgrades, and so yeah.
Here's a Gasly shot from the wing here. As easy as it could be. Gasly radio.
What did he say?
Says finally.
Finally.
As I said, it's really frustrating. It's so annoying. Knowing that you're faster than the car in front of you.
Like I
It's
said,
brutal.
man,
Here's
he
Yuki. Oh wow. Dive bombing here on Ocon.
he
Oh
makes that one stick though.
jeez, nice Yuki.
Like I said in Discord yesterday, man. Look, Gasly, one to keep an eye on, dark horse for the podium. He was on the podium
Oh
last
wow,
year,
he
but
actually can get the podium if they play this right.
yeah, I
He
think
has a
so.
shot, actually.
So and as the other thing I said on Discord is that I would love to see that the two Red Bulls just race each other, because this is the situation essentially that we have now. The Ferraris are out of the race. All right, you essentially have Red Bull 1 and 2. You're gonna run away with the constructors more or less at this point, maybe.
But
right? Now it's just
Oh,
a race for the championship.
but to there's got to be like an inquiry into this though,
What do you mean?
because both engines dying
I
on
mean,
the
inquiry by
same.
who? The FIA? Like,
No,
what's like?
no, no. I'm just saying by Ferrari themselves on their own engines. Like, how do you have like both failures in less than 20 laps?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I think they're running hot, man. They're running hot, trying to get, trying to find a little bit of extra pace, maybe on Red Bull. See, I think the on the Red Bull side though, they're doing it by with weight. Like the car is just weighs less. But I don't know.
well, I feel like they've had the reverse, right? They had reliability issues, but we're faster.
Hmm.
So how do we fix the reliability without affecting our speed? Ferrari is like, wow, we're like not fast enough.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And
They gotta
like
juice it a bit
now
more.
we're running into reliability issues now that we've gone faster. Right? Like it's kind of reverse. You just go, "Je gagne." Oh, oh no.
What happened?
It is a technical issue. Yeah.
Well, but so this is Ferrari power too, right? Like, is this the same problem?
That this guy,
Because he was in 10th.
he's doing well. Yeah, it's bro. It's and I said it earlier. I thought he's been doing very well this season. He has. He just never finishes. Like the car just dies every time.
Yeah. So there's a reliability issue at Alpha as well. This is all the Ferraris here that are having problems at the moment. So
Oh, Vettel. No. See, this is like when when there's a recall at the factory. Mattia gets on the phone. Hey, your car's gonna die in about 5 laps too. Just by the way,
there's a recall at the factory.
like
Oh my god.
then I'm sure who's going to get the next call. Magnussen is probably going to be like, Gunther is going to be on the phone. Hey, I don't think your car is going to make it 10 more laps.
Yeah.
Oh, he can go again. Oh, I wait. Did he hit him?
I don't know.
Uh,
We can go back in time. Let's see. Let's see. Yep, he did.
he totally
He
hit
did.
him. Yeah.
He hit the left front or right rear. Yep, absolutely hit him. Um, okay, next fun fact. So, uh, Azerbaijan has a high density, I think is the right word to call it, of volcanoes, actually.
Here's going to be the.
Except they're not lava volcanoes, they're mud
Oh, no,
volcanoes.
he doesn't touch him. He doesn't touch him, actually.
It did look like he. Oh
No,
no,
no.
they
That
didn't.
was the overhead shot. That was actually good.
It was clean.
So you saying about volcanoes?
Yes, yes. Very high density of volcanoes, but they're mud volcanoes. Yeah, not
What is it? What does that mean?
like they don't spew lava, they spew mud. Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
weird.
but there has to be a pressure to spew the mud.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's like methane and
Oh,
stuff. Yeah,
interesting.
because of like because it's very like of the oil in the area. So there's like
Ah,
yeah, they
so
spew
it's
mud.
not like a volcano. It's okay.
It's a
So
mud
you're saying
volcano
that we should go to the nearest volcano in Azerbaijan and,
and start pumping.
start drilling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
start drilling.
exactly.
Drill, baby, drill.
Well, we'll
Yeah,
probably get
exactly.
shot if we try to do
Yeah,
that, but
yeah, yeah. Actually, accounted for 75% of the Soviet Union's oil production. Did
well,
Azerbaijan?
looks
Yeah.
like we know what's funding the war in Ukraine.
No, well, no, that was back in the back in the
Oh,
80s and
okay,
70s.
okay.
As,
Oh,
as,
does he make the pass now? Yes, he does. Nice job.
yeah, it was Azerbaijan was actually a bigger oil producer at the turn of the century than the United States. Actually, very at the forefront of oil
Here's the Vettel
refining.
pass. We get
So
a nice replay from the overhead here. See, he's getting closer, getting closer.
these two have been going back and forth ever since Vettel did
Yeah,
his little like
I'll be honest with you. I think someone's talked to
360.
Ocon and told him to stop being, because he was way more aggressive in the last other races. He's given everybody space when he knows he can't pass. But this is the other thing I learned while go karting yesterday
Yeah.
is that if you know someone is going to pass you and that they can actually pass you, you let them pass you.
Okay.
Because, and if you know that you're going to dive down into a corner and most likely hit the person, then you are just kind of the idiot, is kind of the situation. Because there were many situations into where there was no way anybody was going to pass me. And I didn't leave any of a gap, but I guess in their brain there was a gap and would just ram into me. And ultimately, if we were in real cars, we'd just both be dead, right?
Oh
So
my
like
God.
there is a like you start to realize like if there's a gap, like yeah, you don't go for it because you can't hit the other car, and people don't really think about that. And then Ricardo's going to get eaten up here as well from Lewis on the inside. Nice pass there from Lewis. Now Lewis is moving up. Now this is starting to look a little bit like last year
It is, as you have Gasly in fourth,
with the two
actually.
Ferraris that are together out.
Out. Two Ferraris out at the moment. Uh, I'm looking at the map here.
There's going to be the
Schumacher is
pass
about to
here
get
on the
lapped.
inside. Nice move there.
Yeah,
There's nothing Ricardo can do.
Latifi has already been lapped. Schumacher is next. Then, Perez and Russell. And actually, there's a huge gap between Russell and Gasly at the moment that probably
Yeah,
will
I don't think that's
close.
ever coming back.
Uh,
Russell's been racing his own race for the past 6, 7 races.
yeah, finishing in the top five as a result. Right now, he's got a podium with a third place if this were to hold. We have three cars that have retired, all Ferrari powered, being led by Sainz and Leclerc. I guess they're just chilling, uh,
Oh,
chilling
look, the
together
Alpines
there.
found each other.
Yeah, they did.
The wings are nuts. It's so small.
They are small. They're also angled very
Like, yeah, like super aggressively,
very
right?
flat.
Like
Let's
if you
see,
look at the Haas one and
very
that
high
one, they
angle
are
of
so
attack.
different.
Yeah,
He's gonna just fly by him right here.
the Alpine teammates here.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Alonso's just gonna, yeah,
Take
not
Ocon
even
out.
close.
Yeah, there we
You
go.
have to say though, it is pretty clever if you're just sitting there as a team, right? And you're like, hey, like ultimately, if we just cut the wing off and we have like 5 to 10 miles an hour advantage down the straight on this track, like we should be okay. And like we can actually score some points out of it. So I not a bad move.
Slightly interesting right now. Verstappen might have a free pit stop. Well, free-ish. This
Oh, Ricardo making a move, or Norris making a move there on Albon. He will make it.
makes
Two
that one
friends
stick.
there.
The gap between Verstappen and Russell is about 20 seconds at the moment. So
Also, I'm pretty sure they're doing, if you look on the Aston Martin wing, on Stroll's wing, it looks like they're trying to do data. They're trying to get data. It has like weird yellow tape on it, unless it's something else with like the sponsorship or something. But sometimes they put that on for data collection on the green Red Bull, as we've forgotten to call
yeah.
it.
Although Vettel has been doing pretty good today. They're in eighth
Yeah, he
place.
is.
But yeah, Stroll down in 13th at the moment. And actually, this Ricardo sixth is kind of
Misleading.
yeah, yeah. Actually, I came to the same word. It's kind of misleading because he hasn't pitted yet, and so if he has to put in 20 seconds of pit stop, he's like maybe comes out in front of Stroll in 13th place, like, or he prays for a safety
Or
car.
here's interview from, we'll listen to this. I think it's Charles. It's just going to be crying.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Lando makes a move. Nope. Lando should get him on the next one here. Taking the inside. Nice job.
Charles, this just sounds really
Yeah, this is a
depressed.
brutal interview.
This is a brutal interview.
Yeah, it's like just pretty depressing.
Wow. Okay. Well.
Yeah, it's just pretty brutal. I mean, considering what happened to him in Monaco, and then he has to deal with this too. It's like I don't know. It's not. It's brutal, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Not good. Again, right? The
So I
pole
guess
position.
we can at least watch here the Haas and the Alpine and just look at the difference of wing. It's very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. From behind, right?
The
Oh
Haas
yeah.
one looks like there's a gap actually,
Well, it looks like there's like two,
like
like the
two
top and the
wings.
bottom. Yeah.
Huh. That is kind of interesting. I don't think the Haas can actually go fast enough down the straight.
Doesn't look that way.
Yeah, like he just had DRS and nothing happened.
Well, I mean, we have seen instances
Here's
of this,
Hamilton
right?
radio.
Oh,
I
geez.
mean, they really decide to put some brutal clips of some of these drivers out there.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a bit of of an awkward one.
yeah, like, why do we need to hear that? But yeah, I'm right there with you, Lewis. I woke up this morning and my back is killing me.
Oh, geez. Did you porpoise in the go karts too? Like,
Yeah.
uh, some fierce porpoising today on the streets of Baku. But to your point, is the road really even, right? Like,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't actually think it's as much of a. They're saying it's a porpoising problem, but I don't really think it's that much of a porpoising problem. I think it's this track is a road,
yeah.
and they don't repave them. So, well, what do you expect? I guess.
Who was that? That was Paul DeResta, right? That was just talking.
Oh, about the bouncing,
Yeah, he was saying,
but
well,
yeah,
like the teams that have it under control, we're going to be like, well, like, look, we fixed it, so like, you can't go changing the rules now.
yeah,
That was Paul, right? Yeah.
yeah. He was saying that. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like Ferrari has. This is the thing though. Like Ferrari's had bad porpoising pretty much the whole season,
Hmm.
and like they're doing fine, right? I think it's pretty. Oh, like it's just hard. Like, look, this is Max's car, and look how much he's bouncing around.
Yeah, yeah,
Max's
yeah.
radio.
Interesting. He's
He's
actually saying he
basically
can go
telling him to not go
slower.
faster. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like, stop going as fast.
yeah. He can kind of throttle back. That's interesting. Kind of saving tires, so they don't want to have to stop
Yeah, they
again.
just don't want to have to stop again. And they, okay, I mean, I take it back. I mean, if you look at Lewis's, it is way
It's
worse.
way worse, man.
But I, you think that's porpoising though? I don't know.
I mean,
I
it's
still think there's a portion of it that's just the road itself. And it, oh, they're talking about taller drivers. We would be screwed.
Oh yeah, well it ain't. Yeah, I don't think I. I'd be above the halo. That's my problem.
Is Ocon's actually close to our height? Ocon's
Is he?
6'1".
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
it's pretty tall.
That's another 2 inches though, man.
And then
It's
we're
a
watching
pass. This
Norris
is
here make a
Norris.
move on the
Valtteri.
lone Alfa Romeo out there.
Yep.
Unfortunate for Zhou Guanyu once again. Just welcome to F1 and DNFs, buddy. I don't know. The purpose. I don't know.
It'd be interesting to see if you could make it to the summer break, right?
That's what I was thinking. What if you? Yeah.
And then you kind of do a little bit of a reset of sorts. You
But I don't think. But the thing is, right? Like when you're trying, if you're the FIA and you're trying to get rid of porpoising, every single car is somewhat different.
yeah.
So that one rule or that one change, I mean, maybe there is. Then again, I'm not like a race engineer. Maybe there is like one key thing. If they changed, it would fix it. Hey, if that exists, then maybe sure. But I don't think that's really the case, right? Like
Well, they're
every
saying
car is going to be different.
if you increase the ride height such that you never hit the ground, then the porpoising doesn't really exist, right? Because you
I
have
mean, look at K Mag.
no, I know, but they're saying if you just increase the ride height of the car,
So then it
then
never actually.
so it never actually hits the ground.
Yeah, but then you go slower.
Well, I mean, you can't just
K Mag
there's
radio.
drawbacks everywhere, right? Like
Okay, basically saying you have to pass him. This is probably not the greatest.
Well,
We know
yes.
it's pretty hard to pass the Alpine, so
Norris
K-Mag
still
trying to get
trying
into
to
the
make.
points.
Yeah, he is trying to get into the points, isn't he? That's a 10th and 11th battle. I'm looking. Norris isn't that far behind either. And actually, on my life's timing sheet, Norris has just made a
He's flying,
pass.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah, something happens here. Or actually, Magnussen goes way back. What?
Here's Lewis actually can get to
Something just
Gasly here.
happened. Actually, Magnussen may have hit the wall.
Yeah. Nope. It's a dead Ferrari. Dead Ferrari car. Gunther is calling Mattia.
Uh-oh. That's why Norris just went flying by. So we have 4 Ferrari-powered
Jesus.
cars. This is the 4th Ferrari-powered
I
car,
mean,
and this is a virtual safety car. I expect the Red Bulls to pit. I expect the Red Bulls to pit 100% here.
this is brutal.
They got to bring the crane out, though. That's the thing, man.
No, I think he can back it up. They can push it back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You're right.
it's the same thing.
It's the
The
same
same
thing.
thing. That is literally the same thing that
They're
happened to
running too
Charles.
hot. They are running too hot. I
He's
feel like
listening to it.
I feel like you're running too hot and you're burning up the oil in the bearings or something in the engine and you're just seizing the thing. And it's just
Here's Max is in the pit. Let's see if this is a quicker one.
that was good.
That was cool.
That was good.
That was way better than
That
the
was
first
good.
one. That was
2-7.
normal.
2-7. I really think it's like one of those things that you're just literally burning up the oil in the engine or something and you're seizing the internals.
That was not a great
I
stop
mean,
there on Perez. I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, every single Ferrari powered car has just literally died.
they're on fire, man. They're effectively on fire on the inside.
He's gonna be a Russell pit. So
And you know
the
what? This
Petronas
is big
Mercedes
for
team, though, that's
Ricardo.
a big one. Oh yeah, yeah, you're right actually, because he can pit here if he
This is
does.
the one where
He
we said
should.
the place is misleading unless he gets a safety car, because now he can come in and he's gonna pit under yellow,
Yeah.
and he's gonna keep he's gonna keep his sixth position. This right now looks like a really good. McLaren took a flyer with
He
Ricardo
has to
today,
stop though.
but this might pan out.
He actually has to go into the pit. Where is he?
I don't know, but he does have to pit.
Where?
Yeah,
Oh, there he is now.
He's
Okay,
in.
now
He's
he's in
in.
the pit. I was gonna say, I was like, you guys still gotta pit him. Hopefully they get a good pit. McLaren's actually been doing really well this season, so hopefully 3-5, not the greatest, but everybody's struggling today
Yeah.
on pit stop, so I'm not too surprised. Wow, AlphaTauri 4 or 5 right now.
So they did not pit. They did
They
not pit.
didn't, yeah. There's gonna be a Red Bull pit for Checo. It's gonna be slow somewhere.
The rear, man. The rear looks slow. Oh
Rear
yeah,
left.
rear left.
Oh,
Did he lock it up going out of?
yeah, because he doesn't want to hit the speed trap. He doesn't want to have that thing. Oh, I forget the guy's name, but it happened to the dude at IndyCar when he was in the Indy 500, and I
Oh
watched
my
that. That was
god.
brutal.
Oh my god. Lock up
Like
out of
speeding
it.
in the pit and gets cooked.
That does happen a lot in NASCAR, actually.
It's kind of funny though. So guys, so I guess the AlphaTaris are just like, yeah, we're gonna one stop it and go.
Well, there still could be another. There's 17 laps to go. There still could be another, which is basically a third of the race left, right? Now, interestingly
Fair.
enough, hold on, AlphaTauri has Red Bull power. Okay, yeah,
Yep.
so they're safe. They're safe.
I think they need to back that car up just a little more and they're okay.
Well, they have to back up the car behind it.
Yeah, yeah. They need to just move that. Someone needs to grab the keys of that car and back
Are
it
they
up.
trying to tow them out?
No, they're just pushing it out. Oh, look, the bathroom's right there for K-Mag.
Yeah, yeah, easy.
Is this gonna be a replay? Oh, okay, this is probably gonna be him kicking the car or something. Or trying to push the car. Help,
Oh, jeez.
help.
Get over here. Okay,
I
well,
wonder how hot it is for the drivers, actually. Oh,
okay.
what are you doing, Yuki?
That's awkward. Locked up
Dude.
for no reason.
What was that for? Yeah. What was
Wow.
that?
Okay. It's like he's like weaving on the straight for
Hamilton
like no
radio.
reason. All right, so the Red
Interesting.
Bulls have gotten their free pit stop here under yellow. I would say good to go until the end of the race for both Max
Yep.
and Perez here, which then leaves you. So Russell has done the second stop. Gasly and Sonoda have only one stopped it, and Hamilton
This is gonna be
is
the
behind them.
AlphaTaris versus Hamilton. See if they can keep him behind, but it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, but the thing is, where are they on?
That's a cool shot.
Oh, that is from the castle.
Yeah, that's really cool. Get 2 cameras up there next time so you don't see the wall, but that was good.
Sonoda. I'm trying to look for where. Okay, Hamilton is like right behind Sonoda apparently.
Yeah, but then there is still a pretty big gap to Gasly.
Right, there is a very big gap to Gasly.
So I think this is like Sonoda, you really need to not let him go
no,
through.
no, Sonoda is.
But I
in
think he's
trouble
gonna
right
get
now.
cooked here on the straight.
He's cooked.
He's just gonna easily pass. I mean, it's 0.4. I think we said you need 0.5 or something like that
Yeah.
on the straight. So what is that thing bouncing on the AlphaTauri on the wing? I don't think that should
I
be
was
like
actually
that.
looking at the tires. I wasn't looking at the wing.
He's going to take the out inside here, and he should be fine.
He does squeeze by there on the inside there, passing on the left. Now, we have yet to see somebody hit a wall. We have 17 laps to go. Still may happen. Add a bit more drama. We've had 4 cars out, all Ferrari powered. I guess Bottas is still in for Ferrari and Schumacher's still in for Ferrari. That would be the
Yeah, it's the last of the
last one.
Ferrari powered engines there.
Yeah. George Russell sitting on a podium for right now, up in 3rd.
Racing his own race.
Yep. He's pretty much been on his own the entire time.
Yeah, the entire season, honestly, has been kind of just his own little pace that he's found and found his gap.
Yeah, kind of an awkward spot, right? Because it's not like Mercedes just doesn't have the pace to compete up top, but isn't as slow as the rest of the midfield. So they're like,
Yeah,
yeah, they just
it's
kind of
just
are in
such
their
a
own spot.
weird. It's where like Ferrari was last year. Well, no, because Ferrari would get beat by like McLaren and everything, so it's not like that actually.
This is like, he's just like looking around at the windows. It's like there's nobody beside me. Toto looking rather bored, actually.
Yeah, he looks. I was gonna say he looks excruciatingly bored. He's just gotta have. Hamilton has 9 seconds to make. Has 14 laps to make up 9 seconds on Gasly and pass.
14
Here's the
laps to
Yuki.
make up 9 seconds. Well, his
See,
last
it
lap
is
was.
broken. The wing. I
Oh,
was
you're
right.
right. The wing is broken. Huh. Oh, yeah. That
Yeah,
is broken. That is not working as intended. Half a wing there. Um, he's making up 1.4 seconds a lap on Gasly,
it's close.
so he has enough. He's got enough. He's got enough and then some.
They're
Although
saying they have to retire the car for that.
I don't know
Really?
why.
I guess if it comes off of the car at 200 miles an hour, it could be dangerous. Guess that's fair.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's not really anybody around him. And then here is Max just going for a leisurely
Doing Max
Sunday
things. Yeah.
drive in the number 1 car. Just kind of.
Lovely shot there with the trees. That's a cool little area.
If they have fall in Azerbaijan, it must be nice.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling they don't.
Yeah. Seems like it's a rather warm year round.
Yeah,
spot,
it
but
seems like it
maybe
doesn't
not.
have many seasons. I don't know. Yeah, I could be totally wrong.
It would be interesting because it's stuck between the Caucasus Mountains
Black
and
and
the
orange
sea.
flag.
So
Yeah. Yeah. See you later, Shinoda.
is that the retirement one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen it. Have I ever seen
I
a
don't
black
think
and
we've
orange flag?
ever, in all casting of races, we've never had someone that has been told to retire by the FIA because of their car. I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
I mean, that's super unfortunate.
That is
I'd
very
be really
unfortunate.
annoyed. Yeah, it's nothing you can do about it, and it's not like your car like can't go. Like you can still technically finish the race.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
because you would have really like been able to finish, right? Like it's
yeah,
only a
like technically
detriment
you
to you.
can, right? And he's in the points, right?
Right,
It's actually
exactly.
it's a really good race for him. I think this is the best gas or the AlphaTauris have done all season, so
It is.
it's
It is.
super kind of unfortunate for him. Okay, maybe it is more than porpoising. Maybe there is porpoising. That looks horrible. Does look bad.
This looks like it is going to be a Red Bull
In 5
Mercedes 1 through
laps.
4.
Yeah, it does. I
Yeah.
don't think Gasly's gonna be able to hold on here.
No, it isn't. Unless he gets another safety car. Well, I mean, if Yuki was going to retire, he could
Wait,
have,
am I crazy? Why have the laps not changed?
I don't know. We're on 39 of
Or
51.
39? I said 14. Okay, never mind.
Yuki could have, just put it into the wall for his buddy Pierre. Just like really slowly, like stopped in the middle of the of the track to bring out yellow.
All right, let's see what happens.
They're bringing out the duct tape. We're bringing out the duct tape. Oh man, this is the best way to fix it.
This is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, this is the best thing, man. Bring it out, man. Bring out the duct tape. I love it.
I think they still are gonna want him to retire.
That is hilarious. No
But that
DRS.
is kind of hilarious. Also, when it says when fashion meets function, right under it.
That is one of the best, like no context right there. Because that is both
That's
fashion and function with a rear the best I've seen on a rear wing. Oh my god.
that was one of the funniest things I think. It's so funny. I mean, but if you're the race, like I would have done the same thing on the pit wall. I would have been just like tape the thing together, just
Yeah.
send him back out, let him finish the race. But I mean, at this point, he's just out of the points, right? So just
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah,
L.
unfortunate.
But
That's effectively losing 5 cars in the field.
yeah,
That's the most retirements
I
we've
think the
essentially
most
had
we've ever seen. Yeah.
so far. But nobody for actually like hitting a wall.
For hitting a wall or anything, just
Yeah.
because they decided to sign up with Ferrari this season.
Yeah, exactly.
There's Verstappen radio. This should be.
They're trying to negotiate. They're literally trying to negotiate lap times. Like, how slow can I go, and like not push? Like, you don't have to push the car.
Yeah.
147.5.
Let me
Really?
tell you,
No?
from go karting yesterday, there is no way that I can understand. Hey, let me take off 0.5 off of my lap. That is a ridiculous thing to be able to understand and know. Like that's crazy. That's like actually insane.
I mean, you're just
I don't
basically
know how they do
coasting a
that.
little bit. Like,
Yeah,
you just don't go into the turns as
no, I
hard.
mean,
Like,
yeah, on certain turns, on like the 90-degree turns and stuff like that, you basically just like hit the brakes early in the coast and then just put the power down a lot easier. Like you
yeah,
just take it
later.
all a little off of the edge, and you can feel that, right? In a car, you can see how close on the edge you're getting, but still, it's like here's again. Oh, they don't want to use the DRS to run the risks of the wing breaking like it did on the AlphaTauri, and then he has to retire.
So I wonder if the porpoising or the actual unevenness of the surface, if when like for example, if that wing tried to open and right as it hit or something, or
Oh,
tried to
I see what
close
you
right as it
mean.
hit,
Yeah,
and
and
so
it didn't
it
hook.
broke. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
or something
I,
like
I,
that.
I agree. That's interesting, actually. I didn't think about that.
Because
It could
you're like,
easily
well,
be
how would
from
it
that.
actually break? Like, it would have to be.
Is Norris radio? Dude, these guys both just yell at each other that they think they're faster than each other.
Yeah, well,
It is hilarious.
Norris is on a hard set of tires. Is the thing.
I think he's on younger. No, Ricardo's on
Ricardo's on
just
better
changed
tires.
on that virtual on mediums.
Yeah.
What even? There's no way that Lando should be any, but he is catching him.
Yeah, he is
Wait.
big time. Look at that.
How? Wait, why?
I don't know.
What? He's only on. Wait, but Norris is on a hard set. He pitted a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that doesn't add up. Yeah, I don't think they're working at all. The mediums. This is. So I guess I don't know, that's odd. It feels like the hards were the only tires that seem to work for anybody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I
But
mean, I guess they're
if he
racing
can
at
just
this point.
maintain his gap, he maintains his gap, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, these guys are racing at this point.
Like
'cause it's
Ocon is not going to catch Norris.
bingo. That's it. That's what I was looking at. I was looking.
Like
That's what I was
what
looking
Norris said in his radio is maybe that was a few laps ago, and maybe it was delayed, but that's not necessarily. I mean, he is right that like he would catch him, but
Yeah.
they didn't take my advice. They didn't put 2 cameras up there.
Still
Not
only
enough money.
One a camera in the castle. And Hamilton's gonna.
All right, yeah, here it is. Here Gasly's about to get cooked, unfortunately. Oh, wow, that was I think that was Albon slid the heck out of his Williams. And let me tell you, if you drift, you do not go faster.
Yeah.
I can tell you that much. And the biggest rookie mistake you could ever make is don't hit the brake while you're turning.
Hmm.
And he should be able to wait.
That's the.
Oh, that is the William.
Yeah.
For a
Blue
second,
flag.
I was like, wait, how does Yuki have a wing?
Blue flag. Blue flag.
Yeah, we're watching Lewis. Yeah, he's just gonna get him on this one. Just look at the runoff on the corner. Like yeah, he's not even. Yeah, he's got him. He's cooked. Gasly radio. What is he saying? I'm dead. Defend. Oh, wow, Pierre.
Yeah, yeah. So far, so good.
Oh,
he's gonna defend him on that
nice.
lap.
Gasly radio. I'm assuming it's elbows out. Yeah, it's not the worst thing to say, actually.
Give up the place.
Yeah, it sounds bad, but I mean, yeah, just try to defend as much as you can, but don't compromise the entire race, basically.
That Haas is still there.
Behind the Magnussen's car.
Yeah,
it's sitting there. I don't. This is the weird part about it. Like sometimes on some tracks, how do you actually get the car back to the pit?
Yeah.
You have to drag it. Well, you just push it along the racetrack at the end.
Yeah. 7 laps to go here.
Latifi ignoring blue flags.
I mean, they passed him on the main straightaway. I feel like.
Oh, Lewis is going to try to go on the outside here. Gasly's going to defend, and Gasly's going to be able to defend here. But I don't think Gasly's going to live much longer.
Let's see. Still, so he's going to be okay through these corners, though. It might be on the going.
Yeah, but he has DRS here, and I think he's. Yeah. Hamilton takes the inside there, and he's going to be able to pass him. Yeah.
All right, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 Red Bulls, 2 Mercedes. Now
Yep.
that the
It's
Ferraris
last
are
year
both
all
out.
over again.
Yeah, well, without the Ferraris in the mix, right? You have the
Wow.
Mercedes up there.
So I'd say big shouts here to Gasly being in 5th, Vettel 6th, and Alonso 7th. Vettel in 6th is pretty. I mean,
Vettel in
that's the best
6th is
result all
really good.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible for the green Red Bull. And wow, Ferrari literally have packed up and left.
Yeah, they cleaned up. Wow. Ah,
Wow.
they really cleaned
They
up.
literally left.
They basically they're on the plane, man.
Wow. Jesus.
They are on the plane over to Canada. Jeez.
Back to the factory quickly. Jeez, that's
Canada next week at a decent hour, actually, 11 o'clock Pacific for
it's the
me.
same thing. That's the same thing that happened to the Haas.
Yeah,
It's the same thing that's happened to all the cars, I feel
a bit
like.
more fantastic, though, this one.
Yeah, this the weight of Italy is going to be on top of Ferrari tomorrow.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically saying exactly the
Looking at
here's Norris radio, probably complaining about Ricardo. I have to say, McLaren has one of the most interesting communication strategies with its driver and pit wall out of any of the teams.
explain.
As in, they almost like compromise and they're explaining they're
Oh,
extremely transparent and they tell everything to the driver and they like kind of are trying to compromise between both of them, right? To keep here's Norris again. And they kind of like go back and forth a little bit to decide, and which is different, I think, than most teams. I think most teams literally just say, hey, you're doing this.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
you're going to do that. And hey, this is what we decided type deal. And they almost let the drive, which is fair. I think it's just a totally different management style and totally different lead, like type of communication style. But it's interesting to see that you can have different communication styles in teams and still, here's Ricardo.
Well, McLaren is basically is telling Ricardo to go attack, and if he can't,
Yes.
then they're gonna let
But
Norris go.
yeah,
But 1.2 seconds is the gap. Remember,
at least
you
we have
can't
something
really.
interesting for the last part of the race here.
Yeah,
So
you can't really pass here.
no, the
So
Alonso down the straight line speed is just unbelievable.
yeah.
He looks so
I
nervous,
don't
that
know if
guy.
Ricardo's actually able to make this stick.
Yeah, I don't even think he can get. But I don't even think Norris would.
No, I'm not sure.
I don't think either of them would. I feel like this is something about nothing.
Yeah, I don't know if these positions are going to change much. But so, assuming that Max doesn't blow another tire here, he's going to pick up this win.
I mean, I'm sure he's on the radio right now, being like, "Hey, can we lower this 3 seconds here?"
Yeah,
And he's
yeah.
still doing 147s.
Well, that's what they said, 147 flat,
Yeah,
right?
that's true what he said. Yeah,
Yeah.
47.
And so
To keep the energy and the warmth in the tires.
in the tires. All right, he's going to pick up the win that was denied to him last year. So we will have a new winner in
As
Baku.
always. Yeah.
Since Verstappen did not win last year.
Yeah, he still has a gap of 1.4.
Yeah, I think Alonso is going to hold this. Actually, I think the positions are just going to hold straight up here. 4 more laps to go. 4 more times around the castle. And Max is going to extend his points lead here.
Yeah, this brings him up to what? This is a massive boost for Red Bull and the
150.
constructors, though.
Yeah,
It's got to be what, a
exactly.
plus? It's plus like 40 points almost.
25 plus 19, so 44. Yeah.
Jesus. Hamilton radio. What? I don't know what that means. The
I don't
seat
know.
has gone cold.
No context radio
Huh?
transmissions. Who knows?
That's weird. Unless his water spilled, like the thing broke, but I don't know how.
Yeah, I'm just looking through the intervals here. This is
Yeah,
looks
I
like it's
don't.
gonna finish
Ricardo's
this way.
losing time on him.
Yeah.
Mick Schumacher does pass Stroll. I think Stroll's car is dead. And that is the fifth car to get eaten here in Baku.
Yep. Fifth car out. Here, 3 laps from the finish, so we lost a quarter of the field.
I guess 16 DNFs. That's a lot. I feel like a lot.
That's a cool spot to be in right there, the
That
castle.
yeah, the castle part right there in that
Yeah.
turn, it is really neat because then they get the run in down that. It's kind of cool. Yeah, here Ricardo radio. Yeah, they're talking about Verstappen. I mean, Verstappen was gonna pass him. It was not even close. Look at the
Yeah,
gap
he's
now
got
and
so much
stuff. It's not.
pace.
Yeah.
But
Here,
still really
2.8.
good for Checo though. He's going to pick up. So he was 15 points off of no, he was not 15 points.
Does
He's
this
going to
put him
go
in front
he's
of
going to move
Leclerc
into
now?
second, yeah.
Yeah.
He was only 6 points behind Charles, and he's going to pick up 19 points today. And so he's going to be clear in second. Red Bull's going to have both its drivers 1, 2, and first in the constructors. A fantastic season so far for the Red Bull team, who's really just,
Except for the
humming.
start.
Yeah,
Start was
well,
not that great.
the start was not that great, but they figured it out.
Yeah, they have. They
They
have
and they
sort
figured
of
it out
fixed the
quickly.
reliability issues.
They got behind it quickly, right? They had the fuel pump issues, which, to be fair, we're still not clear on whether there was actually an issue with the fuel pump or they just ran out of gas.
Yeah, nobody actually. Yeah, they never confirmed that, which I don't think they will ever. And
Right?
I don't think they should, but
And
yeah,
running out
we'll
of
never
gas
know.
is a bit of an easier one to fix than because the whole thing about that was that the fuel pump that failed, quote unquote, is a standard part that every team uses. So
The Verstappen radio. Uh, the car is braking.
the car is braking.
Like, can he just go as slow as? Yeah, that is so funny. You see that on board of like how late he hits the gas on that
Yeah.
on the exit there. It's actually kind of funny. Yeah, Max needs to somewhat survive this year. I think he's actually going for the fastest lap. Yep.
He's going to try to
Sub
check it away,
37
take it
purple.
away
Yeah,
from
he's trying to
Checo.
take it from Checo. Let's see what he nails down in sector 2.
Green. And,
Not the worst.
He doesn't
Checo's
get it.
behind on that one.
He just put it in 146.
He's going to put a 146. Yeah, I think that's fastest lap.
Huh.
I don't know. I don't think it's really that big of a deal, to be quite honest with you. But that's just me. Perez still has the fastest lap. What is Perez's time on his fastest lap?
I'm not actually sure. It doesn't
It
doesn't
doesn't
stay.
tell. It doesn't tell you.
Yeah. Got to be something under a 146 because Verstappen's lap was a
Yeah, it has to be under
146.05, so
146.
has to be a 145 something.
Yeah, he's gonna lose the fastest lap here. I don't think he's gonna get it. Here's Verstappen finishing the last turns through the castle here.
Yeah.
Let's see in
Gotta
the
just
top
be
left,
clean and
we're
finish
watching
this out.
two McLarens here, casually drive together.
All right. Interestingly, so the everybody stayed clean in this race.
Yeah, there was actually nobody went to a wall, nobody anything. The only thing that really happened is the engine's braking.
The engine's failing. Yeah.
Is he gonna try to pass him? What, he just says screw it and passes him? And this, as the straight that once haunted Max for blowing his tire, this is going to be a race win here for Max Verstappen. Checo Perez is going to end up in second as well. This is probably the most perfect day, other than the fastest lap Max could have asked for. They survive the ring of fire here in Baku. Do the Red Bulls, the dancing Red Bulls, come out in front of Ferrari, and they take the W here. Hats off to the reliability team at Red Bull, I guess.
Indeed. Russell is going to finish in third to continue his top 5 streak, having finished in the top 5 of every single race this season, the only driver to do so. So far, a great outing for him. Lewis is going to come in fourth, followed by Gasly, Vettel, Alonso, Ricardo, Norris, and then Ocon to round off really your top 10. And after 5 retirements from engine blowups, effectively. Latifi, Schumacher, Tsunoda, Albon, and Bottas will also end up finishing the race. Actually, it's probably going to be the best finish for Latifi. Down
Yeah,
at
I guess so.
15th.
Yeah,
But he actually finishes and he keeps it clean.
Yeah,
So,
it's fair. He does. Hey, he kept it clean, kept it on the track there. So who cares,
actually, a bit of a heartbreaker for Tsunoda, actually, who's lost his rear wing and was forced to pit after being up in sixth.
It's not gonna make it. Sector 1 yellow flag, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, that is really
That is
weird.
actually very weird. I'm confused. What happened? Fair enough. But yeah, that's Ocon somehow didn't get the checkered flag. Or maybe it just didn't update the symbol thing there.
Yeah, I see him finishing in.
It does have him finish. Okay, there.
10th.
There,
yeah.
the Dutch fans made their way to Baku over there. Congratulations to Max, and I have to say hats off to the Mercedes team getting up in 3 and 4, and Gasly and Vettel. Really nice job from them. Best starts of the season, or best results of the season for them.
Yeah, very very calculated from Verstappen and Red Bull. Right after Ferrari out,
Yeah.
they just basically managed the race. Nobody was going to catch them, right? They just had to bring this thing home. So it was a lot of race management for them, but they drove it well.
Oh, look at the ad right there for Oracle Perez Radio.
Yeah, Checo does get the extra point for fastest lap, so he'll pick up 20
Yeah.
points, move into second overall in the drivers' championship here in Baku. There's a
While
146.
Max lost it by, he also had a 146. He lost it by like a few tenths then,
Lost it
or
by
hundredths,
four thousandths.
4 thousandths. There it is.
Four
Yeah. Okay.
thousandths.
That's
Yeah,
wild. Yeah.
of a
Because
second.
we saw 146. So here's
Yeah,
Russell Radio.
146.05 was Max's lap.
Yeah, I mean Mercedes done really well. They're fine. They're at least scoring points, right?
Yeah,
I mean they're
and
finding
I
they're
don't know,
beating the
man.
other team. So
Best
they're.
driver at
I mean,
Mercedes
hey,
right
to be
now.
honest with you, does Mercedes? Um, yeah, looking at Ferrari over there, maybe. You never know.
Does best driver at Mercedes at the moment actually might be George Russell,
Yeah,
the
but
way that he's
it'll
going.
be interesting to see if they actually try to make more of a fight out of this with Ferrari. If Ferrari really doesn't is not able to fix their problems here,
That's true.
Mercedes
Oh
is
yeah.
somewhat close to them.
Yep.
Not too far. I mean, far off, but they're lurking, I would say.
They're lurking. All right. Well, there you go. You have it.
Well,
So
that was the race, yeah.
that's it.
When's the next one?
And next week we're going to Canada. It's
Oh yeah,
back
in
to back.
Canada. All right, yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be here for that, and we'll also be not as tired probably.
Yeah, yeah, that'll be 11 Pacific start, 2 o'clock on the East Coast. It'll be over in Montreal, so it should be pretty good. Another street track. And then after that, it is Silverstone.
Oof,
Yeah,
that'll be interesting.
yeah, exactly. So that's what we have to look forward to. So next week, Canada, week off, then Silverstone. And that is going to be how it shakes out. Okay, I'm going to go back to bed. As the
Well,
sun
from
is starting to
everybody
come up.
here at Real, I appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed everything, remember you can always hit the subscribe button. Come back later in the future. We'll keep the pictures up in Discord, everything like that. But appreciate it. We'll
And
be in touch. Oh yeah, and Paulo, yes, I hope they fix the reliability issue as well.
the final shot of Yuki Tsunoda's taped up wing, a thing of beauty. There
It is a
as
thing of
fashion
beauty.
meets form, form meets
Function.
function. That's it. One way or the other. All right, take care, everybody. We'll see you next week in Canada. Cheers.